Calculating profit and finding the maximum point. Hello everyone. In this section, we will add columns for revenue, expenses, and profit to our table, and discover how many workers a producer should hire to maximize profit. We'll continue with the orange orchard example. The price per kilogram of oranges is 10 shekels, and the wage per worker is 5,000 shekels. In the previous part, we built the columns for total output, marginal output, and marginal value product. Now, we'll add 3 new columns: revenue, labor expenses, and profit. The formulas we'll use. Before we start calculating, let's recall the basic formulas we'll work with. Revenue, R equals total product multiplied by the product price. In notation, R equals TP times P. Revenue is the total income the producer receives from sales. Note that this differs from the marginal value product. Revenue refers to the total output of all workers combined, while marginal value product refers only to the contribution of one additional worker. Labor expenses equal the number of workers multiplied by the wage per worker. In notation, L times W, where L is the number of workers and W is the wage per worker. In our example, the wage is fixed at 5,000 shekels per worker, so expenses increase linearly. Each additional worker adds exactly 5,000 shekels to expenses. Profit equals revenue minus expenses. Simply put, how much comes in minus how much goes out. Calculating revenue for each employment level. Let's start with the revenue column. Its total output multiplied by 10. 1 worker, 1,200 times 10 is equal to 12,000 shekels. 2 workers, 2,000 times 10 is equal to 20,000 shekels. 3 workers, 2,600 times 10 is equal to 26,000 shekels. 4 workers, 3,000 times 10 is equal to 30,000 shekels. 5 workers, 3,200 times 10 is equal to 32,000 shekels. 6 workers, 3,300 times 10 is equal to 33,000 shekels. 7 workers, 3,350 times 10 is equal to 33,500 shekels. 8 workers, 3,380 times 10 is equal to 33,800 shekels. Notice that revenue increases as more workers are added. This makes sense because more workers produce more output, and more output means more income. But also notice that revenue increases at a decreasing rate. From worker 1 to 2, revenue jumped by 8,000, but from worker 7 to 8, revenue increased by only 300. Why? Because each additional worker adds less and less to output, and therefore less and less to revenue. Calculating labor expenses. Now for the expenses column. This is very straightforward since each worker costs 5,000 shekels. 1 worker, 1 times 5,000 is equal to 5,000 shekels. 2 workers, 2 times 5,000 is equal to 10,000 shekels. 3 workers, 3 times 5,000 is equal to 15,000 shekels. 4 workers, 4 times 5,000 is equal to 20,000 shekels. 5 workers, 5 times 5,000 is equal to 25,000 shekels. 6 workers, 6 times 5,000 is equal to 30,000 shekels. 7 workers, 7 times 5,000 is equal to 35,000 shekels. 8 workers, 8 times 5,000 is equal to 40,000 shekels. Expenses increase steadily, exactly 5,000 shekels per additional worker. This is linear, a straight line. This is the big difference between the revenue side and the expense side. Revenue rises at a decreasing rate, but expenses rise at a constant rate. At some point, expenses start rising faster than revenue, and profit suffers. Calculating profit for each employment level. Now for the moment we've been waiting for, calculating profit. Revenue minus expenses. 1 worker, 12,000 to 5,000 equals 7,000 shekels. Already a nice profit with the first worker. 2 workers, 20,000 to 10,000 equals 10,000 shekels. Profit rose from 7,000 to 10,000. Worth hiring the second worker. 3 workers, 26,000 to 15,000 equals 11,000 shekels. Profit rose to 11,000. Notice the increase is smaller now, only 1,000 more, but profit still rose. 4 workers, 30,000 to 20,000 equals 10,000 shekels. Wait, what happened here? Profit dropped. From 11,000 with 3 workers to 10,000 with 4 workers. The 4th worker actually reduced our profit. 5 workers, 32,000 to 25,000 equals 7,000 shekels. Profit keeps falling. 6 workers, 33,000 to 30,000 equals 3,000 shekels. Profit shrinks further. 7 workers, 33,500 to 35,000 equals minus 1,500 shekels. Now there's a loss. The producer is paying workers more than he earns from sales. 8 workers, 33,800 to 40,000 equals minus 6,200 shekels. An even bigger loss. The more workers added, the deeper the loss. Finding the profit maximum. Now the key question, how many workers will the producer hire to maximize profit? Let's look at the profit summary. 1 worker, 7,000. 2 workers, 10,000. 3 workers, 11,000. 4 workers, 10,000. 5 workers, 7,000. 6 workers, 3,000. 7 workers, minus 1,500. 8 workers, minus 6,200. The answer is clear, the producer will hire 3 workers, where profit is maximized at 11,000 shekels. With 1 worker, profit is 7,000, with 2 workers, 10,000, with 3 workers, 11,000, and after that, profit starts to decline, to 10,000, then 7,000, then 3,000, and eventually turns into a loss. Why is profit maximized at exactly 3 workers? Let's understand why. Revenue keeps rising as more workers are added, but expenses rise faster. Each additional worker costs 5,000 shekels, but their contribution to revenue decreases due to the law of diminishing marginal returns. At some point, the increase in expenses exceeds the increase in revenue, and profit begins to fall. Where exactly does this happen? Let's compare the marginal value product to the wage. The 3rd worker, marginal value product is 6,000 shekels, and the wage is 5,000 shekels. So, the 3rd worker brings in 6,000 and costs 5,000, adding 1,000 shekels to profit. Worth hiring him. The 4th worker, marginal value product is 4,000 shekels, wage is 5,000 shekels. The 4th worker brings in 4,000 but costs 5,000. He costs us 1,000 shekels. Not worth hiring. And that's exactly what happens. With 3 workers, profit is 11,000, with 4 workers, profit drops to 10,000. The difference, 1,000 shekels, is precisely the difference between the 4th worker's marginal value product, 4,000, and his wage, 5,000. The profit maximization condition. What we've just discovered is a very important rule. The profit maximizing condition for a producer in perfect competition is that the marginal value product must be greater than or equal to the wage. In notation, VMPL greater than or equal to W. As long as this condition holds, it's worth hiring another worker, because the additional worker brings in at least as much as he costs. Once the marginal value product falls below the wage, i.e., VMPL W, it's no longer profitable to hire that worker. Let's verify this with our table. The wage is 5,000. Worker 1, VMPL equals 12,000 greater than 5,000. Hire. Worker 2, VMPL equals 8,000 greater than 5,000. Hire. Worker 3, VMPL equals 6,000 greater than 5,000. Hire. Worker 4, VMPL equals 4,000 less than 5,000. Don't hire. And all subsequent workers are also not worth hiring, 2,000, 1,000, 500, 300, all below 5,000. So the answer is 3 workers, exactly as we found in the full calculation. But note an interesting point: we didn't need to do the entire long calculation of revenue, expenses, and profit for all 8 employment levels. We could have just looked at the marginal value product column, compared it to the wage, and immediately said, hire workers as long as VMPL is greater than or equal to W. This saves a lot of work and yields the exact same result. This rule works not only in our example. For instance, if the wage were 1,000 shekels instead of 5,000, then we'd need a VMPL of at least 1,000 shekels, meaning a marginal product of at least 100 kilograms. Looking at the table, the 6th worker produces 100 kilograms, marginal value product 1,000, exactly equal to the wage. So we'd hire 6 workers. The 7th worker produces only 50 kilograms, marginal value product 500, which is less than 1,000. The 7th worker produces only 50 kilograms, marginal out. So what did we learn? First, we calculated revenue, expenses, and profit for each employment level and found that maximum profit. First, we calculated revenue, expenses, and profit for each employment level and found that maximum profit is 11,000 shekels when hiring 3 workers. Second, we discovered a quick and smart way to reach the same answer: use the profit maximization condition, VMPL greater than or equal to W, hire workers as long as their marginal output value is at least equal to their wage. This is the central rule in a producer's hiring decision under perfect competition, and it's one of the most important tools in the entire course.